I never get emotional. I'm sorry. I shouldn't cry, but that's how strong it's coming through. Your grandfather steps forward and he says, let the validation be that if I were here right now, this is the type of truth I'd be speaking into you.
And where down we go.
But I just have your grandpa energy very strongly. I have this very assertive man, very strong man. I also feel like he's very tall. He's making me feel like I had a very powerful voice. I just feel like I spoke a lot. Mm-hmm. I speak a lot. People listen to me. I also have this sense of authority with him.
He was a bishop. A lot of people respected him.
Because he's showing me, he goes like this with his tie. And I almost feel like I'm fixing my tie. There's a connection to the community. Doing more than the average person would do for other people is the way that I may make it feel.
Yes, I think with him being a bishop and a pastor, they lived in a very small town, and this was back in like the probably 40s and 50s and 60s. Like, he was a very important man in his town.
He had me write down food drives.
He sold food.
Okay.
And grew food, yes.
Okay, so would people come and line up and he'd give food? Okay,
yes.
That's what he's showing me very clearly. So I'm seeing your grandfather holding a woman's hand, feels like your grandmother, and she's dressed in baby blue, light blue. I also feel like she's very big on her faith, because I feel like I'm going to church. I feel like I have a church outfit on, and they just stand side by side. You also... They're making me feel like right now in your life, you have a lot on your mind. Like, there's a lot of like worry in you. Like, you're scared or you're fearful. What I'm seeing is a mountain, and I'm seeing you on top of the mountain, you falling off the mountain and knowing that there's a trampoline that's going to bounce you right back up. So even if it feels like it's scary, you're going to be okay. I need to tell you that you are protected. Your prayers are heard. Specifically, like, they keep showing me you in the car praying and talking out loud. I hear you saying Jesus. I hear you like being so strong in your faith. I need to tell you that everything that you're saying, you are being heard. So if you think that things are not working out in your favor, there's so many things that are making me feel that are happening behind the scenes, and you have nothing to worry about. And I do not get emotional in readings, but that is how strong it's coming through, that it like literally I feel like I want to cry. And it's like, it's not that I'm sad or anything, but that's how strong the emotion for you are protected. Because you're saying sometimes you feel like you're alone. No one understands you. What's the point? And I mean that very, not as crazy as, but sometimes they make me feel like you have that subtle thought of like, what, like tired, you're tired. I never get emotional, I'm sorry. I shouldn't cry, but that's how strong it's coming. Your grandfather steps forward and he says, let the validation be that if I were here right now, this is the type of truth I'd be speaking into you. It's almost just like he's speaking through me in a sense, where it's like the same powerful words that he would have spoken to the church is what he's saying to you. And it's this very strong message of you are being heard. Your prayers are not getting lost, you're being heard. And they're saying, but like things aren't gonna happen as fast as you want, but I just heard, tell her she needs to work on her health. And I don't mean that to scare you. It could be as subtle as making sure you're eating the right things, or exercising, or going on walks. Is this something that has been on your mind, or something where you're like, I know I need to do better in certain things in my life and I'm not doing it? How do you connect with that?
I recently found out that I was a diabetic.
Okay.
So I'm trying to eat healthier and be better because of that. Okay,
this is coming from your grandfather, by the way. He's making me feel like this is what you're worried about the most. It's almost a sense of like you have so many goals and dreams in this life, or just things that you want to do and experience. Also, like, I feel like you want to travel and do things. And in the back of your head, there is this subtle fear that could just be taken because of this diagnosis, or it could lead up to that. You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. They're saying that's plays in your head as like a subconscious fear. If there's anything down the road that comes up where it's like someone's telling you like, oh, you should do this, but it doesn't sit right with your soul, you need to trust that. Just see if I can get more information. pulled this picture and then all of a sudden I see like, I just feel a lot of music. I have this like very jazzy feeling to me. How do you connect with that?
He was really into music. He had a big record collection when I was younger.
I have this feeling of like he's a very soulful person. Very, very soulful person. I'm being made to feel that I work with a lot of cars, or I had an interest in cars.
He had 2 cars that he loved growing up. He died when I was 7, so there's only so much that I remember, but he had 2 cars that he loved.
Okay. I'm being shown a car accident.
I was in a car accident once.
Okay. Was it bad? Like
it could have been bad.
Okay, it's so interesting. I'm talking about the car accident because the way that I'm being made to feel is like in that moment, what you just said, it could have been bad. Your father makes me feel that the reason why it wasn't bad was because he was with you. Because that was so specific, it was just like car accident, talk about the car accident. It's almost like something, it's like you're in the car and then like you intuitively did something really quickly that prevented it from being bad. Do you understand that? That was your father.
I've always believed that.
Okay, this is just validation and confirmation. It was your father specifically. Because they make me feel like you're in the car and then you do something that prevents something that could have been really bad. It was that split, intuitive, like whatever. It was almost like you were it's not like you thought about it. It's almost like it went through you. That was your father's soul protecting you. I need to tell you this, like even though he passed when you were young, he's making me feel like I need my daughter to know that I lived through her eyes. So even though she feels like, she was cheated out of a relationship, I'm with her. Brings up signs. Like it's almost like I feel like you see signs, or there's something where it's like you look at something, you're like, I wonder if that's like my dad, because there's something that you've been told about other people about him, or something that or that you just associate with him. How do you connect with that?
His favorite thing to do was to go fishing. So I tried to connect with him by going fishing all the time. When I was younger, he would take me with him. So that was kind of like our hobby together.
Okay. As you're saying that, are you very intuitive? Or do you see things?
Yes.
Okay. Because they're talking about you seeing things. Do you have like visions sometimes? Or have you? And have you, I need to tell you this, I don't know why I need to tell you this. When you're fishing, do you visualize as if your father's standing right next to you and you're doing it together?
Yes.
Know that that's real. Know that it's real. It's like I need to tell you that. Like it's real, you're not delusional, that's real. He's saying there's such an endearment of like, I just want to call you like my baby girl, like a sign of endearment. It's not insane though, because I feel like this is how it is when we pass, but it's like I can hear him telepathically, but he's just not, he's almost just standing very like, I'm here, but I'm going to speak with like my words of wisdom is the feeling, because I want to talk about your family, like I want to talk about the people that came before your grandparents. That's how he's making me feel. He's making me feel like you come from a very powerful, like, I don't know if you want to call it ancestors, I don't know if you want to call it bloodline, but I feel like your family as a whole just like spoke out, and they did a lot of shit that like, I want to say like ruffled feathers, but like they were not afraid. How do you connect with that? Because I have this feeling so strongly that it's like your grandfather's right there, your grandma stands, and behind them, so many people.
My family was raised in the South, so they went through all of the racism back then. So I can definitely see that being.
How do you connect with a school teacher or a teacher? Or someone that taught? It could be Sunday school. It could be like someone that teaches or is a part of education. It doesn't have to be your mom, but they're talking about education. They connect it with your mom, so I don't know why.
She worked at a school.
Okay, that's what it is.
Okay.
This is just validation
Okay.
to you, what's coming through.
Okay.
So they're talking about your mom being a teacher for something education. So she worked at a school. Okay, this is just validating to you. What do you want to talk about mom? Okay, your mom, Kathy, do you understand? Because what they're making me feel is bouts of sadness in her life right now, or just, I don't want to use the word hopelessness, but just being down. Why is that happening right now?
My mom has dementia.
Dementia. Okay. Is this something that she's aware of that she has? Like, okay, so she's like understanding, okay.
And she talks about missing my grandfather all the time.
Okay. This showed me rainbows. This showed me rainbows. You connect with rainbows. Well, how do you connect with rainbows?
I'm gay.
Oh, thank you. No, like it's not that I didn't. It's just like, because sometimes that's a sign for people, right? But like, thank you for that, because now I'm gonna add that to my symbols of like, okay. Because what's interesting is when I would do readings and they would want to talk about someone being gay, they would show me Orange is the New Black, which I've never seen in my life.
Okay.
And when I was doing a reading one time, I'm like, Orange is the New Black, like I've never seen that. And then the person was like, I'm gay. I'm like, oh. So rainbows is another one. Thank you. Okay. But like, wait, see, it's jumping. Let's go back to your worries are not only your health, but that it's the worries of your mother and the worries of being alone if something were to happen to your mother.
Because it's just me and her basically left for my immediate family.
I want to talk about someone being in their 80s. Is anybody in their 80s?
My mom is 80.
She's 80? Okay, it's your mom. So this is just further validating the information that's coming through. To remember your faith. And they're saying that they're talking about God. They're saying you need to remember your faith in God. You need to remember God's timing. You need to remember God's plan. And this is interesting because this doesn't really get religious, really. And so that's how I know. It's this feeling of like you sensing and knowing that at some point the time is going to come where your mother will no longer be here. Also battling your life and the things that you have going on. But they want you to stand strong in your faith. They're saying it's going to be okay. They're saying she's not going to be alone. She thinks she's going to be alone. She thinks she's just not going to have, she's going to just... Do you have a significant other or partner? Or someone that you're speaking to right now?
We are off again and on again. I was engaged.
Okay. They're also saying that plays a factor. It's like, okay, well, my mom has dementia. My mom could pass on. I now have health issues. My relationship isn't as stable as I would like it to be. I need to tell you, specifically with the relationship, if you feel that you are not, at any point, your worth is not being shined upon, or I want to talk about that. Or you're holding on to something because you're afraid that nothing else is going to come through, or you're holding on to something because, well, what if I can't find anyone else? Those are lies. I'm being made to feel right now that if it hasn't already happened, it will happen. And just listen to what I'm saying, that you're going through this period of like, things are going to be taken out of your life. Relationships specifically is what I want to talk about. Everything is going to fall down, so everything can be rebuilt into a way that is so in alignment with your soul. Because they make me feel like that relationship isn't necessarily, I want to be careful with my words. Just make sure that you're honoring yourself and that you're not just letting someone walk all over you or play with your emotions. Honestly, that's the feeling that they're making me feel, is like they're literally saying it's like a rag dog sometimes, where you're the one that's kind of like always having to go and make sure that this person feels good, and you're kissing their ass, is what I want to say.
That is so true.
Enough of that. Listen, you don't have to fear things leaving your life, and it's gonna fucking suck. Like, there are things that are gonna happen to all of us where endings are gonna happen, but the endings are what's gonna bring the beginnings. You're not gonna be alone. When you okay, I understand. When you think about your relationship, or the person that you want to be with, and the person that you want to, because they make me feel like you have these goals and these dreams and these desires where you want to travel with someone, and you just want to have like that close companionship and that partnership, don't we all? But what we're not going to do is we're not going to settle. We're not going to let someone just fucking treat us however. And that's the feeling. That's what they're making me feel, is like, look at who you are and know that you deserve more. And understand that it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt if you have to let go of someone that you deeply care about and love. But then that makes room for someone better to come in. And in your mind, you're like, well, no one else is gonna come in. That's not true. It's just they're not able to because there's no room. It's kind of like what they're showing me is like, think of having so many old ass clothes in your closet, and you need to get rid of the old clothes to make room for the new clothes. And this isn't just go for your relationships. This is your friendships, anyone that's not showing up, because they make me feel like you're such a sweet and kind person. Like, you literally go out of your way to help. Like, you're the type of person where you would see a homeless person on the street and you would do something without people needing to know it. And they're saying that even though we, as in like humanity and society, doesn't see it, God sees it, your loved ones see it, the people that guide you on the other side, they see it, and you will be rewarded for all the good that you do. Are you also, do you connect with music yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
They're saying like she loves music, like she's always, is that like one of your passions and like one of your creative endeavors that you're going towards right now?
Yes, I love music, and I just started learning to play the guitar.
I love that. I love that. And okay, I understand. But also don't be afraid to like live out loud and let people know that you do music. Don't shy away, because they make me feel like sometimes you can be a little like, yeah, I do music. Like, no, hi, I do music. I do music. And I also am doing the guitar. Like, you just never know. They need you to like be more confident and outspoken with like who you are.
Okay.
And don't shy away from that, because there's somebody in the world that like needs to hear you. There's someone in the world that like needs you. They need to hear your music. They need to hear